it requires a certain sort of immediacy in your looking. And immediacy in looking is not something that's characteristic of life as we know it. In general, life moves ahead in a kind of drift. Yeah, I think the buildings are alive. They are alive, and everything about the city is organic and in a state of movement. We are also a city that was born with a musical instrument in our hands, and so I think that the aspect of musicality and the organic nature of the city, the fact that we're surrounded by so much green, and that the soil itself is so pliant, all of it works for a interpretation that implies movement. When I think about what's interesting and what's exciting, I think of movement. I think of movement through something, even when something's static. When I'm looking for home, that's where I go. I go into that movement, and that's where I want to be. And it feels very natural for me to express it the way that I do. So I allow that. I ask the building in front of me, tell me where you want to go, and I'm your servant. And I let it fall forward. So it's very simple. If you start believing in yourself as something in particular, you start expecting certain things, and you start expecting your own work to be a certain way. Yeah, I think there's a real danger there, and you need to forget about that stuff and get up and go to work with a fresh mind and tell the truth. And that means get on to making something that you love and that's exciting for you. And that's hard work. That's hard work for anybody in any life. The real prescription is to be alert to where you really are at any point in time and forget all the junk about who you're supposed to be and tell the truth for yourself. Well, it's an interesting process to find your own voice. In a sense, I think what you do is you suffer with rules and regulations and shoulds and whys and wherefores for quite a while, until you get to a point where you're so frustrated that you throw your hands up and go, I think I'll just do something that makes me feel good. I'm really working for myself. And that is the pure process. That is the purest process. Anything aside from that is a diversion of attention. And so, yeah, I'm going there, and I'm going there with all I got to, in a free dance, to find what is beautiful in this interaction. And I find it very, very rewarding to come to that point where I'm personally satisfied with the piece. And then, hopefully, to find that there are others in the world that agree with me and take pleasure in the piece.